This is the Dave Ryan Show's War of the Roses. 101.3 KDWB.
In War of the Roses, sometimes the caller who's like, is he cheating or is she cheating on me? You feel really sorry for him. I want to give you a heads up. I don't think you're going to feel particularly sorry for Jamie once you kind of hear the situation. Because Jamie and I have been discussing this off the air, and we don't necessarily agree that she's coming from a good place.
Okay.
But we'll get to that in a couple of seconds. Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
So tell me a little bit about why you want to do War of the Roses and test this guy you're seeing named Blake to see whether he will send roses to you. Give us a little background. What's going on?
Okay, yeah. I want to do War of the Roses on this guy, Blake, that I'm dating. He happens to be married. I understand that people probably think I'm a jerk, but they just need to move past it and realize, we're not kids. And so, don't judge me. I mean, I'm happy with this guy. I'm successful. I want to start a real life with him. He says he's ready to just be with me. And, and no, I'm not breaking up a family because it's not like they have kids. So, whatever.
I can tell, as you say all this, Jamie, I can tell that you have had these arguments with friends.
At least,
or family or your mom or whoever knows about this. They're saying, well, you're a terrible person. And I can tell that it's not like you've rehearsed this, but it's like you've had this conversation before where it's like, it's 2020. Don't judge me.
Yep.
Get over yourselves. I am ready to start my life with this guy. He is ready to leave his wife because he's not happy. She's not happy. And we're not breaking up a family. So you've kind of had this discussion with people before.
Exactly. And it's not that unusual. And people just love to judge. But again, there are no kids involved. He's miserable with his wife. He would be lucky to have me instead. And, this is what I want.
I admire your confidence. But
definitely confident.
When you say things like he'd be lucky to have me instead, you realize that comes across probably not quite how you wanted to come across. I mean, it sounds arrogant.
Well, so be it. I've been called worse. It's just, he made that decision to marry her. It wasn't a good decision. Then he met me, and clearly we should be together. And so,
well, people are going to ask if you're clearly meant to be together, and he's so unhappy with her. Then why isn't he left her, and why isn't he with you? And other people are going to say you are still breaking up a family, even if there aren't kids, because they're technically their own family, right?
Well, that's up to him, and that's partly what we are going to find out. But
I will say, in your defense, lightly, you ain't breaking up anything. You didn't break up anything. He's
that's right.
Absolutely 100% culpable because he had a choice.
He is, but she also knows about the wife. That's what makes it a little bit different.
Okay, that's true. So you are partly to blame, but he had a decision to either or not. And you're right in I'm only trying to see the other side of the coin here.
I get it.
That there are couples that split up all the time and couples that have not been happy. I mean, I know somebody who got married, a big, extravagant, beautiful wedding. 6 months later, they were done.
Yeah.
6 months, and nobody could believe it.
Yeah.
And nobody really knows.
It happens.
It does happen. Okay, so now let's back up a little bit here. He says he wants to leave he's told you he's leaving.
Yeah, he's told me that he's ready to move on and just have a life with me. So let's make sure that's true.
So the reason you want to do this, Roses, is to see whether if he really is committed to you and loves you, he'll probably want to send roses to you that he loves and not his wife, and then obviously, hopefully not somebody else. Well, we'll call Blake and see who he wants to send roses to. And I'm going to prepare you because, Jamie, we're going to have people call in and say what they think is going on. I want to prepare you. People aren't going to be nice to you.
They can have their opinions. I don't really care that much. I just want to see where he stands.
You are definitely going to get a dozen long-stem romantic roses. And
all right.
Yeah, congrats. We want to thank you so much for helping us out today. Your feedback really does help us improve our company and our services. So, Blake, who would you like to send?
I was just go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know, what were you going to say?
I was just sitting here doing nothing, so
okay,
it worked
good.
out perfectly.
Perfect. Well, we'll send those out for you, Blake. We need the name of your recipient. Can you give me their first and last name?
The last name is, and the first name is Janelle.
Okay.
Are you serious? What the?
Hello? What?
Yes.
I always
What the
hate
f-
this
is going
part
on?
because they always get confused, and then you have to explain it. It's hard
Well, yeah,
to
it would
explain.
be weird for the roses lady to just go off on him.
Yeah, and we never got to find out what the card said, but I don't think it really
Doesn't matter, it
matters
seems,
at this
no.
point. Okay, so Blake, let me explain what's going on. That voice that you hear in the background that was swearing at you, do you know who that is?
I have a pretty good idea.
Hello, you know who the is.
Do you
You
think
know
it-
who it
Oh,
is.
Jesus.
You know it's Jamie.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Now let me explain what's going on here so you're not confused like, who am I? Because
No, I know exactly what's going on. This is the fake Roses radio thing, right?
Yeah, okay, so you do know then.
yes.
Yeah, okay. So this... oh, good God. Okay.
This
I'm on the radio. I might as well... okay, so
yeah, let's hear it.
I did a bad thing once. I regret it 100%, and I told this girl that I didn't want to see her anymore. She starts showing up around my family, and
Lies.
no, this is I'm seriously gonna get a restraining order or something now.
Oh,
Like this
come
is
on.
one step too
What?
far. Like
He's been
she showed up at.
full of
She showed up where?
Okay, listen, it was my wife's birthday, and we were at, and it's like my wife, my sister, her kids, like all of our friends and everything, and this Jamie shows up, like, and pretends like she knows people other than me, you know? She was like, my wife's like standing at the bar, she like walks up and starts talking to her, and it's just like, oh, hey, happy birthday, like, I'm Jamie, by the way, and I'm just standing back there like, oh my God, like, what is she saying? Nothing happened, luckily, but you don't do that. Like,
Okay,
we
my
hooked
jaw's
up
on the floor
one-
for a couple of reasons. Number one, did you, Jamie, show up at Blake's wife's birthday party?
Well, yeah, but so what? It's a public place. I mean, I just wanted to see who my competition was.
What?
I mean,
I
I
was
didn't.
going to ask you,
Oh,
what was
God.
your point in that to see who your competition was? So
Yeah.
one of you is lying. One of you, and I don't know who is lying, because if one of you thinks you're about to get married and start a life together, and one of you says, I told her to leave me alone,
He's
who's
lying.
Who's lying?
Lying.
Because you can't
I
both...
am absolutely not lying when I say that I told her that
You are
it
so
was a
full of
mistake
it.
and that I did not want to talk to her anymore.
Well, could
And
it
she
be-
said she texted me. She said, I will destroy your life. And she sent it one letter at a time. I send, W send, I
Oh,
send.
come on.
Did you do
This chick
Did
is-
you do that?
Very dramatic.
You know, he cheated on his wife, so can you really believe whatever the he's saying? Come on.
Now,
I mean, what
I don't-
kind of guy are we
I-
dealing with? Come on.
I don't have a good excuse for that. I still feel like a piece of shit about it. My wife
You
and I
should.
have been going to counseling where that's my
Oh,
own
isn't
business.
that
All right. What's happening here is that this is the very last time that I will ever talk to you again. And if you show up anywhere else that I'm at publicly, then I'm going to just call the cops.
It was a public place, but okay, whatever. I don't know what you're talking about here. You just, you know, you got
I don't
caught,
really know
so-
because I'm trying to think if he is somehow doesn't want to get busted, he would lie and say, every guy says, I told that crazy girl to leave me alone.
Yeah, she won't leave me alone.
But you have somebody
Exactly.
who's aggressive, might be a wrong word for it, nutty enough to show up at his wife's birthday party. You admit you did that because you didn't just check out your competition. You walked up and introduced yourself to her.
Yeah, she's nuttily aggressive.
Nuttily.
Any final words, Jamie? What's your final thought on More of the Roses?
He's just full of shit. If he wants to try and be happy with his ugly, stupid wife, then that's fine with me. I mean, I gave it a shot, whatever.
Blake, what do you say?
If anybody listening wants to have some good sex, then maybe call that girl. But if you want anything else in the world, she is not the one that you want to talk
Oh,
to.